I know you've wondered why a cup of Starbucks coffee costs so much, because I have as well. I am a coffee lover and a Starbucks lover, and every time I purchase a Starbucks cup of coffee, I wonder, what am I doing? Is this actually worth it? It's around £4 for just a regular latte. There's nothing special there. So why am I paying this much, and why does the majority of the world continue to buy this overpriced coffee? Today, we're going to dive into the economics behind my favorite and your favorite cup of overpriced coffee. If you're new here, welcome to this channel. Here, I speak about everything economics and how economics impacts everybody's everyday lives, including yours. And today, if you hadn't guessed, we're going to be speaking about Starbucks and why it is so overpriced. So first, and probably the most important factor, is the branding. Starbucks isn't just selling you coffee, it's selling you an experience. From the cozy ambience to the iconic logo, every detail is designed to make you feel good about spending more. This is what is known as a branding premium, and it allows Starbucks to then have a hefty markup on prices because of the experience and of the brand that it has, rather than just the coffee that you are getting. Starbucks also claims to use ethically sourced Arabica beans. These premium products will obviously make the cup of coffee a higher price because the production costs are higher. As well as this, Starbucks also uses the fair trade policies, which then ultimately will push up the cost of production, and so then the cost of the actual cup of coffee does need to be higher. Location, location, location. If you haven't heard this before, then what are you doing here? Because Starbucks knows exactly where to place its coffee shops. High-rent areas, heavy foot traffic, Waterloo Station, anywhere you go, you can almost always find a Starbucks. And these areas, not only do they attract higher paying customers, which is a very smart marketing decision on Starbucks' point, but they also do mean that Starbucks needs to pay a higher rent to have them, and these costs are put onto the price of your coffee. The menu names. Almost every season, a new menu comes out with fancy new crazy names on it. Caramel macchiato, pumpkin spice latte, gingerbread man Christmas treat caramel delight milk. I don't know what is on Starbucks' menu right now, but I can guarantee you there's going to be some really lavish and luxurious names on there for the price of around £5. It is going to be a ridiculously expensive drink, but people will buy it because of the luxurious name. Not purely because, but the name does add a sense of luxury to it. You aren't just buying a plain old latte, you're buying a luxurious caramel spice latte or pumpkin spice latte or whatever it is. The name creates a sense of luxury, and people will pay for that luxury, not exactly for the latte. The drinks then feel exclusive. They are Starbucks exclusive, and therefore you are a little bit more exclusive. And you are willing to pay for that. You're willing to pay that extra bit to have that exclusivity. The aesthetics and the popularity of Starbucks is also very important. A lot of people, when autumn comes along, pumpkin spice latte is the big thing to have, and you'll see all influencers having it in a Starbucks cup, very rarely any others, because very few other places do pumpkin spice lattes like Starbucks does it. And so even if it's not a good drink, people will buy it anyway, just to say that they're having it because it's the autumn aesthetic. The final point we will be making about Starbucks and why your coffee is so pricey but you still buy it is the psychology of pricing. So almost every business does this, but it is pricing goods just below a whole number. Like, for example, you could pay for a drink for £4.95 rather than £5, and because it's just below the 5, your mind is tricked into thinking that it is cheaper than it actually is. And so Starbucks, by doing this, gets a lot more people to buy more expensive drinks without really thinking about it. So then why do we keep on buying Starbucks? In simple, Starbucks isn't just selling a drink, it's selling convenience, it's selling indulgence, and it's selling exclusivity. It's selling a whole experience of Starbucks. And for many people, that is worth it. Starbucks is more than just a coffee, it's a lifestyle. So with that being said, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I found it very interesting to look into one of my favorite brands and to find out exactly what keeps on drawing me back to the coffee. So if you enjoyed watching it, then please do like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.